Hey everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2026 Volvo V90 Cross Country and its 19-speaker Bowers & Wilkins sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 capabilities, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on the system, sign up below to become a Daily Motor member. I've recorded a members-only sound test using real copyrighted music requested by Daily Motor members, so it'll help give you more of an impression for the system and also help support the channel. And lastly, I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. But before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Now, this might be the best audio system experience under $100,000 that you can get here in 2025. I suppose you could argue that the XC90 is up there, and depending on your preferences, the soundstage does a little better. And actually, the S90 and S60 have some advantages as well because they're a little less cavernous, a little less echoey with road noise. But all of that to be said, this is a true audio enthusiast car, and I'm going to show you why throughout the intro and then obviously the sound test portion. But if you do want to see more on the V90 Cross Country in general, check the link below. I'm saddened to tell you that 2026 will be the last model year of this car, I believe worldwide, but at least here in the States. It's possible it'll still be made, sold in Europe or something like that. But check the link below for our full pros and cons review. I also did a little highway fuel economy test with it as well. Now, we typically do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system. However, I tried plugging in two different USB sticks with two different USB-C adapters into the USB-C port here in this car, and I've been using, as suggested by a commenter, right there, Audio Wagon. This app is supposed to allow you to play USB files on an Android automotive system like this that doesn't have a USB player built in. However, it's not reading my USB drives. So, later tonight, when I go out to shoot the night drive in this car, I will go to Best Buy and I'm going to pick up a USB-C drive, a thumb drive that actually is native USB-C. Hopefully, that allows us to play our test tracks. However, the earlier portion, the static portion of this video will be done with Android Auto, which I believe is technically played over Bluetooth. Even though we're wired in here, I believe the audio is still going through Bluetooth. So technically speaking, we're not full lossless for this portion, but I really hope to be for the second portion of the video. But I do still have the Roland binaural microphones in both my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. And we also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory default. So let's take a look at those now. Not the largest infotainment screen here, also not the highest definition screen, but functional Android automotive system, and it's matured quite a bit since the original Volvos with the Android automotive. But let's go over here and go to sound, and then you're first greeted with sound focus. You've got all driver, front, and rear. Now, this isn't a balance and fader adjustment. This is actually a timing adjustment to make it so that the music sounds optimized for each of those various spots. So right now we're in driver. I can go to all. That's going to try to give the optimal listening experience for all the car. And then there's front and rear. So if you're just driving alone in the car, I highly recommend using driver. But if you want more, you can go over here to stage, and then that allows you to have a surround sound experience with adjustable intensity, as well as envelopment. I like that because I like to have a little bit of intensity, but a decent bit of envelopment right there. Kind of my preference for surround. And then on top of both of those, you have concert hall and jazz club. Now, for a while there in the Volvos, you had nice little details on the fact that this was the Gothenburg Concert Hall, and it had a little explanation, and then the Nefertiti Jazz Club. And then they got rid of that, but now they've re-added it, and I'm going to show you that here in a moment. It's a whole separate Bowers & Wilkins app that I'm really excited about. But let's let this song pick up here, and I'll show you the Concert Hall and Jazz Club. But then below all of that, you have tone and equalizer. You have treble, bass, and subwoofer. But then, on top of those, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, count them, 9-band equalizer that you can both enable and disable. This is exactly what any audio enthusiast car should have. Give us the options. If you don't want to mess with it all, turn it off. Keep everything flat EQ. Give it exactly how the sound engineers intended it. But if you want to customize it, go ahead, give us the EQ so you can do something like blast a bunch of bass and then drop the mids down and maybe some weird treble adjustments. You can really screw it up like that if you want. And then you can reset it all back nice and easy. So nice to have that fine tunability. If you're somebody who's spending $70,000 on this car and spending an extra $3,200 to get the Bowers & Wilkins sound system, you probably want your music to be tuned just exactly to fit your ear's preferences. So I love that Volvo has that. But let's at least go through the treble, bass, and subwoofer adjustments now. I like having a discrete adjustment there for the subwoofer. I'm having trouble getting it back to the center though. Kind of frustrating. There we go. And I just like having the equalizer. I like having the discrete subwoofer adjustment. Would kind of be nice to have a mid-ranger right there in the middle, but you've got it right here in the EQ, so not a big deal there. Now let's go through those concert hall and jazz club sounds. Is it a little gimmicky? Yes, but I do like, admittedly, coming in here sometimes if I got a live version of a song that I like listening to, throw it in concert hall and give me kind of a unique experience. Absolutely the best example of built-in customization I've seen for audio. And then it gets better. You come over here, go back home, and click on Bowers & Wilkins, and you get a few different screens right here. The first off is experience. Bowers & Wilkins wants you to hear the music the way we hear music, as the artist intended. The demo experience has been designed to inform and guide you around the high-fidelity audio system, sonically highlighting the capabilities of such a rich and immersive audio experience. Listen and you'll see. So let's do that. Let's listen, and technically it should have been listen and you'll hear, but alas. Getting goosebumps. And it's even showing which speakers are being highlighted. That's so cool. Any audio manufacturer in a car that considers themselves to be premium, high-end, they should have something like this. It's a perfect example of how to flex your system. And Harman, the parent company of Bowers & Wilkins, Harman Kardon, JBL, a lot of sound systems. This is a really smart way that they've been doing this in some of their cars. We've seen those little sizzle reels in some of the BMWs, but this is by and far the coolest one I've seen. Then you have Listen In. Now this is so smart to me because I'm kind of showing you already in the video so far how it's kind of difficult to get super high fidelity audio. You can pay for a Tidal subscription or Amazon Music HD or something like that, but you got to have the app in your car, you got to have signed up, built up a playlist, everything like that. So what Bowers & Wilkins has done is they've provided super high quality audio right here to show off the sound. So if we click Bowers & Wilkins signature sound, it says play music to experience Bowers & Wilkins signature sound or listening modes. So then, and quick side note right here, there's a good possibility this is going to be copyrighted. So if indeed it is, I'm gonna make a break in the video right now. Check the link down in the description. That's gonna be a separate video because it's gonna be copyrighted. I won't be able to make any money off it. Watch that, and then come back to this video to watch the rest of the test. Anyway, here we go. That's so cool. I love that Volvo has included that in there. Anyway, where are we at here? So then we can go over to your system. And this is really cool too. Again, some sound engineers and vehicle engineers here have put so much effort into the system, and now it's not working properly. Where are we at here? Why is this not working? Okay, well let's can we come back? Your system. Maybe we'll do a little car reset. Huh. Yeah, it's just not working there anymore. I'll have to, I guess, record this in another section, but essentially what it shows you where the different speakers are and gives you information about your system. Pretty darn sweet there. I love that. I really, really do. Where are we at here? Oh, I guess we're on to audio controls here in the V90. You've got a nice volume knob here, easy reach for both driver and passenger, good clickage. I guess I should get our track going once more. Oh, and now we're not even connected. It is a bit of a shame that this system is not as ideal, maybe, as some of the older systems, but there we go. Back to it. Volume knob right here, good clickage, play pause right in the middle. Why did we stop? And stop, why? Just play. I don't understand why this is stopping now. Is it because... Great. Well, I guess we're just going to do this in silence. Volume knob here. Volume adjustments on the right side of the steering wheel. Track selection here, flanking the volume knob where they should be. And then track selection on the steering wheel. You can also do track selection within the touch screens. Why isn't this playing? Can we just... Look at this, it's straight up, the whole system is really struggling. It's just not playing my music. Audio inputs here in the V90. You've got, do you have AM, FM? We've got radio here. Is it just FM? Just FM radio, but you do have HD radio support, so that's good. You've got SiriusXM app built in. Is that the actual application? Or is it? Yeah, I think it's just an application playing over data. And then, a little bit of lag there. Come on, can you pause? Then you've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay support, but only wired. No wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Very frustrating there. You've got Bluetooth and USB-C port right here for data. And like I said, you got to use this Audio Wagon app if you want to do that. And then since this is Android Automotive, you can also install applications like you see Spotify there. You can also get Amazon Music, Tidal, probably Apple Music as well. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, like I said, no wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, no AM radio, no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, no disc player, and no USB-A port, so make sure you have an adapter, or I guess we're going to find out later, maybe you have to have a whole USB-C drive. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 19-speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got door woofer 1, mid-ranger 2, tweeter 3. Up here in the center, 4, 5, tweeter, and mid-ranger. 6, 7, 8 on the other side. Coming into the back. You're looking at the same setup. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for woofer, mid-ranger, and tweeter. In the back, same deal. 15, 16, 17, 18 mid-rangers and tweeters. And then a subwoofer in the back cabin area that we're making 19. Now, because one astute commenter noted earlier on, about a month ago or so, Bluetooth is not capable of sending 5.1 audio, we're going to have to see and cross our fingers that the USB drive that we get from Best Buy later works so that we can test 5.1 on the system. But because of that, let's head to, hopefully, the 5.1 test. But if not, let's get out on the road. Good news, the V90 had an overnight to consider its actions, and we now have a properly working Bowers & Wilkins app. So this is the Your System tab I was trying to show you yesterday. It shows you the speaker counts, the wattage, amplifier, and then it has this display around the car that shows you where your Continuum speakers are, your Nautilus mid-range speakers are, your, come this way, your tweeter on top is, and then your double dome tweeters around the vehicle. Again, pretty cool. Nice that it just adds to the ownership experience if you're somebody enthusiastic about your audio system. And then we also got the USB drive working. So we got a little USB-C. It's still a little bit finicky with the Audio Wagon app. I had to, every time I put it in, I have to put it in, take it out again, put it in again in the right orientation, and then it works. But let's do the Immersive Audio Album demo track now. This will test our 5.1 capabilities. And now see, this is interesting. It's not giving me my now playing screen. It's kind of frustrating, so I can't skip ahead. It is a little buggy. This system is unfortunately buggy.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test. Left. Center. Right. Left surround.
Oh, wow.
Right
That's
surround.
not 5.1.
LFE. The Immersive Audio Album
That's
Channel
interesting, because this
Configuration
track
Test
should
is
be
not complete.
5.1. It's a FLAC file. It's on USB. Interesting. I don't know if that's a limitation from the Audio Wagon app or if that's actually the system here. I mean, I would be blown away if this system doesn't support 5.1. I know it used to. Huh. It wouldn't be in the equalizer, right? No? Okay. I'll try reaching out to Volvo. I'll see if they respond in time. I need to publish this video this weekend. Interesting. All right. That's a bit unfortunate. But with all that, let's get out on the road. to be able to listen to music loud or soft and have all the elements of your songs come through properly, this is what you get. This is what you want right here. Such a good sound stage, so much depth, and I'm getting the lows, the mediums, the highs, all of it coming through nicely balanced. And if anything's seeming a little out of place to you, you head into the equalizer and just twist it exactly where you want it to be. For this next two tracks though, we're going to turn the bass and subwoofer all the way up. We'll go into all for the focus, and we'll see what we get out of here. Yeah, it's filling out. I've got mirror shakage. I'm feeling it in my seat. This next track's going to be interesting. up my thoughts on the Bowers & Wilkins system here in the Volvo V90. It's fantastic. I mean, I kind of buried that lead there right at the beginning. I'm a huge fan of these Bowers & Wilkins systems. Everybody has their preferences. Certain people are going to come in and say, okay, you know, imaging could be a little bit different, and I might have a little preference here, there, or the other toward maybe Burmester or something like that. But to me personally, this is the perfect blend of warm, authentic sound to a little bit of artificialness if you want it in the system. A little bit of brightness. It just recreates the music with the drive that I want from a sound system. And then now that we're seeing the extra care and effort taken in the infotainment to support the system, I love it. I really do. So for me, for both class and against all sorts of sound system, it's an S tier. It's right up at the top. Is it better than something like the $300,000 Maybach? No. Than the Rolls-Royce? No. But the fact that it's even in the same conversation as them, fantastic. I would love to compare this back to back with the Yamaha system and the Mitsubishi. I think this would get the edge, but they're both very good for this price point. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the V90, check the link below. It's the last model year you can get it, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.